Good morning, board members, community, and colleagues. Today's millage rate hearing is the first of 3 public millage rate hearings that will be held this month. A second hearing will be held at 6 p.m. this evening, and the third hearing will be held on June 15th at 5 p.m., followed by the final approval of the property tax millage rate at a call board meeting on June 15th at 5:15 p.m. All public millage rate hearings and the call board meetings are scheduled to be held virtually. A millage rate is a property tax on the value of property. 1 mill is equivalent to 0.1%. 1 mill translates into $1 of property taxes per 1,000 of assessed value. Therefore, 21 mills, which is the proposed millage rate, would equate to $21 per 1,000 of assessed value. The Taxpayers' Bill of Rights is Senate Bill 177 and Act 431 and was signed April 30th, 1999 and became effective January 1st, 2000. The bill's main purpose is to enhance individual property owners' rights and transparency by ensuring all stakeholders are informed. Taxing authorities, such as the Board of Education, are required to hold 3 public hearings if adopting a millage rate higher than the computed rollback rate. The computed rollback rate is 19.179, and the proposed millage rate under adoption is 21. Additionally, the bill prevents indirect tax increases resulting from increasing to existing property values due to inflation. The Board of Education has tentatively approved to maintain the current millage rate of 21 for fiscal year 24. However, the final adoption of the millage rate is scheduled for June 15th. There are numerous justifications for maintaining a millage rate above the rollback rate of 19.179, including allowing the district to maintain a fund balance within the 4 to 15% range as specified by board policy, providing salary increases to all employees, funding the state's unfunded mandate for health benefit increases for non-certified employees from $945 to $1,580 per month. The district will also be able to provide additional personnel for instruction, security, and support staff. The district is also required under the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights to compute the rollback millage rate that will produce the same revenue that would have been produced on the current digest if last year's millage rate was unchanged and no reassessments occurred. This slide is the computed rollback millage rate. As you can see in the middle of the form, under the title Calculation of Rollback Rate, the rollback rate listed in red is 19.179. This is 1.821 less than the current millage rate of 21. This means if the district elected to collect the same amount of property tax revenue for next fiscal year 24, as was collected for this fiscal year 23, the millage rate would need to be rolled back to 19.179. In the lower right corner in red is the percentage increase in property taxes for the millage rate of 21 compared to the rollback millage rate of 19.179. There is a 9.49 increase. This means for a home with a fair market value of $600,000, the proposed annual tax increase would be approximately $546. And the proposed tax increase for non-homestead property with a fair market of $775,000 would be approximately $705 annually. Whenever the millage rate exceeds the rollback rate, Georgia law requires districts to issue a press release, advertise a 5-year history of levy, advertise the public hearings, and hold 3 public millage rate hearings. Advertisements were listed in the Champion newspaper and are on the district's website. This is the press release. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. So a press release was sent to the Champion newspaper announcing the 9.49% over the rollback millage rate increase and the dates and times of the public hearing and board meeting for final adoption. This slide is the advertisement of the current 23 property tax and the 5-year history of levy. The history of levy shows the gross digest value highlighted in green, less exemptions, which gives you the net digest value highlighted in yellow. The net digest value multiplied by the millage rate gives you the total taxes levied. For the current period, at a millage rate of 21, the total taxes levied is 60 million. Please note that the board did not receive the actual tax digest until after the board tentatively approved the millage rate in May. The fiscal year 24 budget was based off of a tax growth projection of 54 million. The actual projection was approximately 59 million minus collection fees, delinquent accounts, and appeals. This is the notice of property tax increase. The notice of property tax increase was advertised on June 8th and June 15th in the Champion newspaper. This notice advertises the 9.49 increase in property tax and also the dates and times of the 3 hearings. Additionally, this notice provides the financial impact of the increase for a home with a fair market value of $600,000 and a non-homestead property with a fair market value of $775,000, as explained on previous slide. This slide shows a visual of the millage rate since 2005. The millage rate increases and decreases are directly related to the economy and needs of the district. This is your fiscal year 24 budget with a millage rate of 21. When the board voted for the tentative millage rate of 21 at May's board meeting, the vote was based off the projected 7% growth, and the fund balance percent of expenditures was 7.19%. This budget is based off of the actual growth as discussed in the previous slide, and the fund balance percent of expenditures has increased to 12.15% based off the additional revenue. The board will vote on the final millage rate at a call board meeting on June 15th at 5:15 p.m. This will conclude the public millage hearing presentation. Thank you. Has the recording stopped? Are there any community members online? Are there any questions? Okay, I guess we'll wait about 3 to 5 minutes in case there are any questions.
The time is now 10:15. This will conclude our first millage rate public hearing.